Hello, America. Welcome to the Heavy Montes podcast and my comedy show. I just was outside cutting grass, so I better get something to drink before I start. Thank you, America. Not America. Now, somebody told me that Republican congressmen are going around, you know, even though they're in hiding, telling everybody what Heavy Monte thought all along, that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. And it makes sense, America. It makes sense. And people are saying, somebody told me, that Donald Trump was stitching, that means telling on Jeffrey Epstein. They call it in the criminal world dropping a dime. That they were dropping dimes on each other, you see. Now, they say that Jeffrey Epstein was getting a lot of money from a lot of rich people, and they said that Donald Trump may have been one of them, Check it out. Donald Trump might have been sending the money too, they say. But America, so we get people are saying, oh, where in the hell this man got all this freaking money? Somebody told me he got it because he had a client list, America, you see. And Jeffrey Epstein said that Donald Trump had no scruples. And it's easily for us to believe that a pervert, a man who grabs women by their personal part and sleeps around on his wife, can take venereal disease back home. You don't know, and goes out and they said 28, 29 women said that Donald Trump tried to dirty dog them sexually. America, You see what I'm saying? Could have been, your wife. Could have been your daughter that dirty low-down pig did something to America. That's what they tell me. So, America, Heavy Monte always say that the Republican Party, they are low-down dirty dogs. The Republican Party found a puppet, a convict, the lowest form of humanity, a man with no morals, America, a man who would sell Bibles, a man that would lead the maggot church and the maggots straight to hell. And they use this man and say to the world and say to us and to say to Heavy Monte that they are afraid of Donald Trump. Nobody in the world is afraid of Donald Trump. Vladimir Putin shows his wife butt naked, on state-run media, America. You see what I'm saying? The Chinese president don't even speak to his ass. When the last time you heard the Chinese president speaking to Donald Trump? Donald Trump's a laughing stock. Nobody's paying Donald Trump no attention. But that machine, that Republican machine, that Republican Congress, America, that Republican Congress, 218 nasty, stinking maggots who are surrogates of a convict president. Surrogates for a rapist, they say. Surrogates, for a pedophile, they say, a Russian asset and a Russian spy. Somebody said it. You see what I'm saying? Now in America. So we have, that puppet in which the Republican Party hide behind. The maggot voter suppressionist Supreme Court hide behind and say we are afraid of Donald Trump when they can remove him at any time they want. The Supreme Court can rule against him anytime they want. But when Donald Trump sends something to the Supreme Court, America, the Supreme Court put it on emergency because the Supreme Court is Donald Trump. So America, we are faced with a choice. We are faced with a choice between a moral party, the Democratic Party, who fights for the American people. Now the American people know who fight for them. Huh? They know who fight for their children. They know who fights for the health care. It is the Democratic Party. Hmm? And the Republican Party fights for the billionaires. They don't give a damn about you, America. Huh? When have the last time they came on TV and say, America, I know the food prices are high, but I'm going to do something to get them down. No, they don't do that. They take money away from you because they are vampires, America. Huh? Huh? The more you give them, the more they want. Huh? It'll be easy for the billionaires of the world to get together, America to get together and say, hey, these people need health care. Huh? These people need jobs. Huh? No. They take and take and take and take because their leader is a convict. A criminal organization running this country. This is Heavy Monte for the Heavy Monte podcast and the Heavy Monte Comedy Show. Asking you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But America, getting back to this Epstein thing, we can say, based on circumstantial evidence, that Donald Trump is a freaking pedophile. The question is, do you believe that Donald Trump is a pedophile? And if you believe he is a pedophile, do you believe he should resign the presidency immediately? Questions 2 of the day. Now in America, I want to dwell a little bit more on this Republican Party. The Republican Party in the House and in the Senate. I have said, and I declare again, that the Republican Party should not be and should not exist as a political party ever again. Right along with Fox News. So you're going to go out and vote for a party that placed a pedophile, knowingly. Remember what I said the congressman said? They said his name is all over that file. Jeffrey Epstein said Donald Trump has no scruples. Donald Trump, you don't know what he's done to a child. We want to know. And we want to find out. And we want him to resign. You see what I'm saying? Because America, the Republican Party, they cry. They cry all the time. It is always somebody else's problem. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden, he did it all. No, America. It is a Republican Party because the Republican Party is a party for billionaires and they do not care about you and they do not care about me. So I want everybody to register as a Democrat. Immediately, the Republican Party is going around saying they're going to gerrymander because the people who they kicked in their behinds in the red states, who now know that they are liars, who now know that they are not Christians, who now know that they don't know what the hell they're doing, know not to vote for them. So you got to vote Democrat. And the Democratic Party, we're ready. We're ready. We're ready. You see? But you must give us the votes because of and the people. Because if you don't, they'll come up with a new party, something different. You see what I'm saying? Because they lie. Tea Party. You see what I'm saying? Everything like that. They just lie to the people. Poor people follow them. And, hey, you're sitting at home. Okay? And you were depending on your SNAP benefits, America. You see? And the Democrat Party, got to go fight for it. Oh, we need to get this back. And they'll come again. They can't come back this time and say, well, the Democrat Party is spending too much money on the people. Now, I'm going to tell you before I leave. I'm going to tell you what the Republicans are saying, America. Republican Congressman, Mike Alfred, he said that, giving you guys help shouldn't be a way of life. In my opinion, how I interpret it, we don't care about you. You stop. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's life. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. Joni Ernst, a Republican senator, said, we all gonna die. You know what I'm saying? So tough shit. You see what I'm saying, America? Lindsey Graham, he going around telling everybody, oh, you know what I am? Stop doing it to me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said he, is out there, saying he's gay. Maybe he is, maybe he's not, but it don't matter. But he's a coward, a taco. He won't come out and tell nobody. Out there beating on my people. You know what I'm saying? Talking about gay people aren't cool. All right, minding people's business. So he's Jim Jordan. Oh, look at that. Look at him. Oh, Lord. You know what I'm saying? They call him GYM Jordan. Huh? He's out there on Fox News talking about, the Democrats did this right there. The Democrats did that today. They said he don't work for Ohio. He worked for Trump, not America. Before I go, just a few jokes here, but I want to say something before I go. If we take over the House, the Democratic Party, and the Senate, we are going to be able to let the American people know everything. We'll be able to see the records on Donald Trump showing that he's a pedophile or not. You see what I'm saying, America? We'll be able to expose all those congressmen, who, were and stared in January 6th. You see what I'm saying? They already they got away, see. But the long arm of the law comes for you, America, huh? And the Republican Party has taught the Democratic Party one thing, huh? They have taught the Democratic Party that we need to define our mission and let our people know what it is and implement it and do it. Because the Republicans come up with the worst freaking ideas in the world. Dodge. But they implement them like clockwork. Spend all our freaking money. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't know what the hell they're doing. So please subscribe to the Heavy Monte YouTube channel and have a great day, America. And we got these people on the ropes. And I say it again. Do not be afraid. Don't be afraid. Huh? Vote and boo. I'll do it for you. Let me show you how you do it. Boo. Boo. Vote and boo. And boo. Have a great day, America. And we got them. Good day. And have a great day.